The Huawei Mate 10 goes on sale in Malaysia this week for the price of 2,699 ringgit. And before you buy, you're probably wondering if you should be upgrading from the Mate 9 or you should totally buy this over other smartphones. If you have been thinking of this problem, then this is the video that you should probably watch on, because I've been using the Huawei Mate 10 for over a day for now, and I'm actually pretty impressed with the performance and overall features of this phone. So here are my thoughts on the Huawei Mate 10 and to see whether you should buy the Huawei Mate 10 or upgrade over the Mate 9. So the first thing when you look at the Mate 10 is how slim the slight bezels actually are when compared to the Mate 9. There's still a little bezel on the top here, which is actually still fine, but overall this entire screen panel gives you an 81.6 screen to body ratio, which is actually great. So it comes with a TPU case, as you can see, and on the back here you do have a nice signature strap over here, and Huawei has actually used a glass back this time. But unfortunately, despite of this beauty, it doesn't come with wireless charging like the Galaxy Note 8 or the iPhone 8 Plus. Now aesthetically, the Mate 10 feels a little thicker than the Mate 9, however, all thanks to the glass back, it feels a lot better to grip, and it is in fact lighter than the Mate 9. So it still comes with a 5.9-inch display, but this is an IPS panel with a 2560 by 1440 pixel resolution. In fact, it is actually higher than the Mate 10 Pro, which has a 6-inch 18 by 9 aspect ratio display AMOLED with a 2160 by 1080 pixel resolution. So most of the time, this screen will function at 1080p until you decide to crank it up in the settings to its full 1440p resolution, which obviously it is going to use more battery power if you do that. Unlike the Mate 9, the fingerprint scanner of the Mate 10 has been moved to the front, whereby the Mate 10 Pro has a fingerprint scanner on the back. Like every new Huawei Mate series smartphones, it all comes with a new system on chip that is more powerful and efficient. The Kirin 970 chip on the Huawei Mate 10 is no exception this time. All thanks to the perfect marriage between Android Oreo and the EMUI 8.0 software, the phone is actually very fast and consistent when it comes to performance. So it has a lot of software features on board that you might not probably get it as a software update back on the Mate 9, because it really uses a lot of processing power on this. So one of the most impressive features in the software is actually the easy projection mode. So all you need to do is to plug in a USB-C to HDMI dongle, or you can use a USB-C monitor to convert your Mate 10 into a PC experience. So Huawei calls this the EMUI desktop experience, which technically works like Samsung's DeX. The main difference over here is that DeX requires you to buy a 400 ringgit dock in order to convert it into a PC experience, whereby Huawei's Mate 10 doesn't require to do that. USB-C dongles are actually as cheap as 50, 60 ringgit, and a USB-C cable isn't expensive at all. So if you happen to have a screen, or if you have an external monitor like the Asus Zen screen I reviewed before, all you need to do is to plug a cable with an HDMI output, to the Mate 10, and you can actually convert it into a PC experience. So I've tested the easy projection mode for a while, and most apps that I run will work really well. I can actually browse the web, do some documents on it, even watch YouTube on it, and some games can actually work on it, though it's kind of weird to control it via the virtual trackpad and to key in text via the virtual keyboard. But then that's actually pretty convenient. You don't actually need to connect a Bluetooth keyboard, a mouse, or even connect a USB keyboard or mouse in order to use the easy projection mode properly. And the best part of the experience is, imagine if you are in a meeting room and halfway presenting your slides through your Mate 10 and a phone call comes in, it doesn't show any notifications on the big screen to embarrass your session. So if you want to know if your apps work on the easy projection mode, leave me a comment down below and I'll find that out when I finalize the review. The Mate 10's dual camera system is the best effort that Huawei has ever done on a smartphone. They both use Leica Summilux lenses, which comprises of an optical stabilized 20 megapixel monochrome sensor and a 12 megapixel RGB sensor, with both apertures at f1.6. I've taken the camera for a quick spin in an event last night, and I find the camera to be really impressive when it comes to performance. It is able to recognize scenes in less than a second, and shutter speed is really fast as you capture. Most impressively, it actually excels in low light as it managed to preserve details and keep noise levels at an extremely low level. So if you want to check out the camera samples, I've left a link in the description down below where you can head on over to the Flickr album that I've set up to check out the image quality of the Huawei Mate 10's camera. So, is the Mate 10 worth buying or upgrading from the Mate 9, and how does it compare to the Huawei Mate 10 Pro? First, the Mate 10 has some nice upgrades over the Mate 9. You're getting better performance, a better camera system, and for that, I commend Huawei for maintaining the price similar to last year's Mate 9. So, if you compare it to the Mate 10 Pro, there are a few key takeaways apart from being cheaper from the Mate 10 Pro. You get micro SD expansion, a headphone jack, and a higher resolution display. And that's not to say that the Mate 10 Pro isn't a great phone, because it comes with a nicer 18:9 display despite still having a decent but low 2160 by 1080 pixel resolution, and it has more RAM, more storage, and IP67 water and dust resistance. So it really depends on what you're looking for, because overall I think the Mate 10 already serves as a very nice hardware package, and you should definitely go for it if you're interested in getting one. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to our YouTube channel because we'll be doing a review of the Huawei Mate 10. So stay tuned for it, and I'll catch you soon in the next one.